Where is he? He's down here, Bryce. He's gonna be up there in a second. But they didn't do the census this year because of COVID. A lot of the volunteers are retirees, so they're kind of, older. And even though it's outside.
Oh no, I don't need them right now. But it didn't even dawn on me.
Did you have it?
No, so
I don't think so, unfortunately. This feels so relaxing.
I know, guys. How exciting.
Now first off, we're going to start off with the location of our life jackets. They are not required to be worn, but it is important you guys do know where they are. On our lower deck, life jackets can be found on the inside cabin underneath the labeled bench style seats in our galley area. On the upper deck, we do have life jackets available towards the very back of the boat in the 2 large white boxes you can see back there. We do also have man overboard throw rings, multiple, located throughout the boat. There's one on the very front of the boat down on the lower deck. There's another one on the right-hand side of the lower deck.
I love it. Yes, honey. Yes, honey.
today?
See?
There we go. So if you guys look towards that kind of greenish building on the sand, it looks like there's a bottlenose dolphin right there. Might be multiple so far. I've just seen one up here. So right at our 1 o'clock, it looks like a very small group of inshore bottlenose dolphins. This is, believe it or not, one of our biggest species that we see here. Now these are smaller dolphins as far as the species is concerned, but these guys can get to be about 10 to 12 feet long. And we do specify inshore bottlenose just because we do have two different kinds of them that can be seen in this area. Now the inshores do tend to be a little bit on the smaller side. They are much lighter in color, usually a light brownish gray. But we do have offshore bottlenose here too. Here they are crossing our bow at our 12 o'clock. They're going to be moving over to the left-hand side momentarily. Looks like one of them did a dive.
That is like move.
Now these bottlenose dolphins are the same ones that you will see in captivity. So here they are for 11 now, right at 11 o'clock. Oh my god. So everybody does know the bottlenose dolphins. They're very iconic. In fact, these are the dolphin that most people think of when you say the word. But there are 40 different kinds of dolphin found in the world. And like we mentioned, we have two different kinds of bottlenose here. But these guys are really, really well known thanks to how friendly they are and outgoing. And they're one of the most intelligent animals on the planet today. Now these guys do have really, really big brains compared to the size of their body. In fact, their brain compared to the size of their body is second only to humans. These are very highly social, highly intelligent animals that do form very complex social societies, and they actually do speak to one another using a language. The language of dolphins is of course made up of whistles and clicks, all different kinds of noises. But they do have names for one another. You can see them right there at 11 o'clock. Now what's cool about these dolphins, as you guys might have noticed, is thanks to the fact that these guys inhabit such shallow water, these guys actually do get dolphin tan. You guys might notice that dark stripe on the dolphin's back, much darker than the rest of its body. That is just spending a lot of time in shallow water. That's a good example of it right there. And we see this more on the inshore bottlenose than the offshores, and that's obviously due to how shallow the water is they spend time in. Dolphins do get sunburned, but of course they don't have sunscreen, and so the only way that these guys do escape the harsh sun is by staying under the water. Of course, when you spend time in deeper water, you'll have less sun impact, and those guys are a little bit closer to the coast. But they might be crossing over back to the right-hand side here. They're currently right at our coast, just kind of zigzagging back and forth. Now these dolphins spend their entire lives.
Oh, look at so.
Further than 3/4 of a mile. The offshore cousins of these guys actually spend time in water that usually measures 1,000 feet. So although both of the types live here, they do not interact with one another. We do not see mixed groups of them. The offshore bottlenose goes from here, the inshore bottlenose goes from there. The population size is pretty different too. We only have about 600 to 700 of these inshore bottlenose dolphin that go from Ensenada, Mexico up to San Francisco, California. Whereas we have closer to about 3,000 offshore bottlenose here. Here they are, right? We're kind of going in some traps, so we're going to unfortunately get a little bit further away from them. But if you guys can go watching, hopefully they'll kind of exit that zone momentarily. Now, if you guys go down into the water right now, you'll notice it's very, very murky. You cannot see very far at all. Now, dolphins and whales alike have extremely good eyesight underwater, but that doesn't really do them a whole lot of good when the water is just murky. So these dolphins aren't relying upon their eyesight right now to look for food or to even navigate around our boat. They're actually only using their sonar or their echolocation. That's a trait that dolphins have that whales do not. Right again at our 3 o'clock here, guys. We have the right hand side.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Now we call the dolphin's forehead its melon. That's the spot right above their beak. And that melon is actually made for sending out sound waves. It's going to send out clicks into the water just like a submarine does. Those clicks travel forward so they find an object, whether it be a fish, an obstacle, a boat. Then those sound waves are going to bounce back off of that. If you're looking at a seal or a sea lion, is if you can see the ears. You can see ears, it is not a seal. Seals only have tiny little openings or holes on the sides of their head, whereas sea lions actually do have a visible ear flap. You see that just behind their eyes. Another great way to tell is how they move around on land. You'll see a sea lion walking on all 4 of its flippers, where a seal is more likely to undulate or scoot its body like a unicorn. You guys can see very nicely this sea lion lifting its flipper high up into the air. It's a great example to see just how long those front flippers are, why sea lions are able to
Oh my
walk.
god!
They're also very agile thanks to them. They use them just like wings. They flap them up and down underwater, and they're able to pick up enough speed to leap onto this buoy here. They don't wait for waves to help them out. They can get up there by themselves, no problem, A-OK, every time. Now what you'll see if this sea lion is all the way to the right of the buoy, you'll notice it has this dark line going across its body. Now this is actually a really great example of how the sea lion's fur works. The top of the sea lion is dry, the bottom is wet, and you can see how this wet appearance gives them a very similar look to a wetsuit. These animals do have a special oil that's coating their fur that when it gets wet, it lays the fur down, makes it nice and slick, and actually repels water. On tours lately, we've been seeing multiple whales every trip, every day. Today, very, very strange. Even our small fast boats that can go pretty darn far, about 15 miles, so about 2 or 3 times as far as we can, they have the same luck that we did. Only just seeing a handful of dolphins all the way down near Dana Point. We're getting the same reports from the Dana Point boats, but nothing's going on down there either. It just seems like everyone's struggling today. It's very weird to see a pickup like this, a great migration, one of the street conflicts, great for these animals just moving through, but for whatever reason, maybe they're migrating further offshore today, maybe they're shy, who knows, but these wild animals can kind of do whatever they want, and unfortunately that's just going to be bad luck for us today. We do want to apologize. We know it's pretty disappointing to go out and not see a whole lot. We're pretty surprised ourselves. It's been very consistent for us. The mark's been very good luck for us, but sometimes that can just be the luck of the draw. So what we're going to do for you guys today, whatever we do, just a quick announcement for you guys as we're going through Newport Harbor. We did find a debit card belonging to Catherine Durham. If you did lose your debit card, we do have it in our galley area.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Here.
Thank you. Huh? Yes.
Look, you see all the
Oh.
airbags in the bottom? They're all floating.
Alright, I'm like, shit, this thing's moving.
That's why if you look at the ramps, they all have wheels on them. Because the dock's
Oh,
always
like under. Oh, so it's. Oh,
so the ramp is technically always moving.
crazy.
Like a party boat.
Soto.
Oh,
Snickers too, babe.
hey, my darlings. So we are here at Newport Beach. We just finished whale watching. We didn't see any whales today, which is fine, but just to be out in that water was beautiful. Weather was perfect. You can see right now, sky's nice. Blue, we got a nice little breeze. So that was a couple hours. So now we're gonna go to, I believe, Ruby's, have some lunch, and then wrap it up, call it a day. But let me show you, it's right up here on the pier. Up here, and then walk all the way down, and Ruby's is gonna be right at the end. So, alright, so we made it to the top of the pier. Look pretty. Sorry, I know when the wind kicks in, it sounds a little distorted, but just love the sound, crashing waves. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Grub.
You jump right into it, huh?
Yeah, I wanted to do it.
So we just finished having lunch at Ruby's. There. I don't know what else we're gonna do. Probably go for a walk along the beach. It's a beautiful day. It's like 60, 61, I believe.
62.
But 62? Thank you. 62. So, let's see, have a look. Let me turn you guys around.
Any fish?
So, definitely gorgeous day.